be on your R1 Yzf Yamaha. This is going to be 2007. Real quick. Alright, what you're going to need is your oil pan. If you're doing your filter, you're going to need a filter obviously in some of these. I'll show you why. You're going to need this size one of these, the Allen key. And then you're going to need a 17 millimeter socket, ratchet I think. I think it's 17 millimeter. You're going to need 4 quarts of this. Don't use anything else unless you're in like a specific temperate zone for temperatures and shit. But this is pretty much good everywhere. And then some napkins in a funnel and maybe some extra. Alright, let's get right into it real quick. You're going to go down here. See this one right here? You're just going to pop that to the left.
Nut.
This one and that one. Then over here you got one right here. This one's a little bit more of a doozy because it's an actual asshole. And that's out there. Then you got this one. Another one right here. This is actually the longest one right here. Alright, and then you got one underneath here. Don't forget about that one. Just do that one the same as all the others. You're going to pull this back, little of that pops down. And then there's one up here that you pull forward and it pops down and you're free. Take your fairing off, don't lose your screws. Okay, and then we're going to go get rid of that Allen key. Go right down here. Pull this sucker under here. You don't even need a stand for this to do this oil change too, which is good. And so here's your oil filter right here. If you need to take off your oil filter, I suggest not trying to twist it. Just stab a hole through it with a long Phillips head and then turn it. And that's going to loosen it. And then
you might get oil everywhere.
Yeah, you'll get oil everywhere.
It'll be fun.
That's what I did last time because it was too tight. So I did my filter already, so we're not doing a filter today, but it screws off this way. Anyway, we're going to go right here to this screw on the bottom of the, I guess it's the oil reservoir. And we're going to go, yep, so it is a 17 millimeter. All right. Just going to do this by hand. Real quick. All right. All right, so it's just doing its last couple drips here. We're gonna go around to the other side to where you actually pour the oil in, right here. And what I'm gonna, I just felt the pressure and I could hear it actually relieve, so just relieve some pressure in there. And
that's the rest of the oil out.
Yeah, this is where
it should be a little bit dripping still down there.
Yeah. And one thing about this, guys, is you have a lock to your gas tank, obviously, but you don't have a lock to your oil. So what I'm gonna do next time is actually, once my oil change is all good to go, I'm gonna wrap some black piece of duct tape right around the oil cap right there, like a nice sized piece, just to ensure that I know for my safety no one's fucking with the oil. No. Alright guys, so it's still dripping a little, but that doesn't really matter because there's still a ton of oil in the filter, okay? So we're just going to put it back in now and keep moving. Put it back on. Alright, and then let's get this guy out of here. Put all that oil in there. Have a look at that. Okay, so it's already tight, and I'm going to hold on to my freaking little guy here and just get it. And it's done. Okay. So I'm gonna put 2.8. Yeah, there's no problem. Not even gonna check it. Good. So we're out here in Guam, and I put in 20 W50 in, and it actually started fucking up the R1. So I'm putting back in what it's always been running. This has always been running 10 W40, and that was in North Carolina. So you have the high mountains with those zones, and then you got the cold. So 10 W40 is what these bikes like, especially Yamalube. I know it's just a name brand, don't believe it, but you should believe it, because I put in this 20 W50 bullshit from NAPA, and it fucked the bike up. That's why I'm doing this oil change right now.
Yeah, you changed the filter.
And I changed the filter out.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
All right, so there's 2.8 or 9 right there in it. Okay, make sure that this cap didn't get any shot. Kind of did. All right, that's clean. And we'll put that on. Now you're gonna let it run for a couple minutes.
Oh, you got 2.8 or 9. You didn't
and
put
then
the
that
full
that 0.2 or even some more of the fourth, take it up to 3.1 or 2, depending on the bike. If there's already oil in your filter or not is what's going to make that change. So since there's already some leftover oil in my filter, I shouldn't have to put in that extra 1 or 2. Come on, there. Guess what, guys? The check engine light went off right away. This bike did not like 10 W50, even out here in Guam. I ran it for a second with shifting the gears, and it was sketchy. And then it popped into neutral like it should. Check engine light went off, and she's loving her already. It's barely even run for like, what, 20 minutes already, you know? How long's it been?
All right. Yeah. There we go.
Well, so that makes me happy, because the check engine light came on. I didn't know what I was going to do. Now the check engine light's on, baby!
Get it.
That's why you use 10 W40 no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
Unless you're in some crazy ass Alaska shit, you know, start using a cold liquid.
Yeah.
Stay with me. I'm going to show you how to check your oil. Right now in the sight glass, it's probably not going to show anything. That's because all the oil's running through it.
A little bit.
And it might fill up slowly.
Yep, she's filling.
Alright. So now, I have the bike positioned straight up, so you're going to need a friend for this part. So what's it showing on the sight gauge right now, Jake?
Half full.
Alright, so we're half full. We want it a little more than half full. So I'm going to put in some more of that. Make it probably 3.0, 3 quarts total. And then if I did put too much, fellas, you just bleed it out. It's that easy. Alright, put in that much though. Ooh, I actually saw a little fucking bug or some shit, a little piece of black shit go in there. So
I think that'll be fine.
you just gotta feel her right in there. So let it run for a couple more minutes to know it's real. Always wear your helmet.
Yep. Or a hat if you got one.
I got my helmet.
No, just kidding.
I got a little oil on the clutch.
Alright.
Clutch heavy.
Just taking it around the park.
Alright, let's have a look at the oil. How are those?
Alright.
Gains? Those oil gains?
Yeah. You're covering it with your leg.
I got it straight up right now.
Alright. She still needs to rise a little bit. Alright, we're at half.
Even half, dude. I don't want it at half. I want it 75%.
Yeah, we're at half.
The top of the line.
We're at half.
Is it still rising?
Nope. We're at half.
Alright.
It raised a little bit, I think.
Get it on me now. Alright, so we're going to end this video here. The oil raised to half, but it'll take time to drip, so I'm going to come out later, check on it. Obviously putting back the fairing. This was a Yzf R1 2007, baby.